In the earlier class, we have discussed about the attributes of custom tag. Okay. Now, we have discussed earlier. We have discussed the attributes of custom tag. Now, we are going to discuss some different concepts of a custom tag. We will see that. Okay. Now, whatever the tag that we have discussed, that tag is a simple tag which doesn't have any body. Okay, this tag is executed only once. Okay, and let's consider like a tag has a body like this. See, JSP colon forward, how it will be? JSP colon forward is a tag in which there is a child tag JSP colon param. Okay, so this forward tag has a body. Okay, now how we can manage a tag if it has a body? Okay, before that we'll discuss another tag which is called as a iteration tag. First we'll discuss about iteration tag. That means why iteration tag is used? Why iteration is used? Iteration is something like a looping mechanism. To loop the same thing multiple times, we use iteration. Okay? So iteration is nothing but looping. Then how we can perform looping in case of custom tags? Okay? That we'll discuss first. So let's see how we can perform looping in case of custom tags. Now, if you want to perform iteration, first the body content should not be empty. There should be body. If you want to perform some looping, okay, the body content should not be empty. Okay, so the body content should be other than empty. Let me make it JSP. Okay. Now, let me make it a other than empty, which is a JSP, and now let me implement this with a tag which is iteration tag. Sorry, iteration. Let me implement the tag class with iteration. Iteration tag is a sub-interface to tag interface. Iteration tag is a sub-interface to tag interface. Okay. Tag is an interface. Okay. Which has set page context, set parent, get parent, do start tag, do end tag, release, all these methods. Along with these methods, it has attributes like eval page, skip page, eval body include, skip body. Okay, these are the attributes present in tag interface. Okay, and these are the 6 methods present in tag interface. Okay, so what we told is there is a interface with the name iteration tag. Iteration tag is a sub interface to tag interface. Tag interface has all these 6 methods: set page context, set parent, get parent, do start tag, do end tag, and release. Even it has final static constants: eval page, skip page, eval body include, skip body. Okay, and iteration tag has all these attributes and methods. Just because it is a sub interface to iteration tag is a sub interface to tag interface. Okay, and it has all these 6 methods and 4 final static constants. Along with these methods, the iteration tag has a method which is specific to that interface, which we call it as do after body. Do after body. Okay. And there is an attribute eval body again. These two are specific to iteration tag. These two are specific to iteration tag. Do after body is a method, and eval body again is a final static constant whose type is int. Okay. So let us see how we can make use of this iteration tag. Why the iteration tag is used means, okay, to loop the body content. Okay, let's consider there is a tag. The tag has a body. The body should be executed 10 times. Then we need to loop into that. If you want to maintain that looping kind of mechanism, in case of custom tags, we go for iteration tag. Understood? Let's consider there is a body. Let's consider there is a tag. Let's consider in HTML we have table. Okay, and we have tr. Let's consider we have a tr tag which exists for 10 times. So we should loop the same tag for 10 times. Now, how we can do that looping mechanism? Okay, how we can execute the same body for multiple times, or how we can loop the same body multiple times in case of custom tags. That will see. Okay, for that purpose we use iteration tag. If you want to loop the body of a tag a number of times, if you want to loop the body for a number of times, we use iteration tag. Iteration tag is a sub-interface to tag interface, and it has one specific method which is do after body, and one specific final static constant which is eval body again. So let me make use of that, and let me override that method. The method is do after body whose return type is int. Okay, whose return type is int. Now how many times we need to loop this? Let's consider we need to loop this for 5 times. Okay, now what I'll do is, let me first return the value. Eval body again. Where it is? Set parent, get parent. Let me override these methods. Set parent, get parent, and all. It may override all the methods. Just because since it is interface, all the methods should be overridden. It may override set page context. And let me override set parent. Let me override get parent. All these methods are there in the tag interface, even they are inherited to iteration tag. Get parent. Okay, I have overridden all the required methods. Okay, now the do after body returns eval body again. Okay, the do after body now it is returning eval body again. Okay, so the body content will be executed continuously. The body content or the body of the tag will be continuously executed, or the body of the tag will be repetitively executed. Body of the tag will be repetitively executed. Body of the tag will be repetitively executed. Okay, the body of the tag will be repetitively executed until okay, do after body returns skip body. Okay, as long as do after body returns eval body again. As long as do after body returns eval body again. Okay, the body will be executed again and again. Okay, when the execution of body will be stopped means if do after body returns skip body, then the evaluation of the body will be stopped. Now let's consider that this is the starting and this is the ending. First, this is the starting tag. After do start tag, then body will be executed, and after body, do after body will be executed. After do after body, then do end tag will be executed. But do end tag will not be executed until do after body returns skip body. Understood? Until do after body returns eval body again. If do after body method returns eval body again, then the body will be re-executed. Okay? The control will be transferred to the end tag only when this do after body returns skip body. Okay? If do after body returns eval body again and again the body content will be executed. Let me show you how it will be. Okay? Understood how it is? Okay? This is the starting tag and this is the ending tag and this is the body. Let's consider like this is the body. Okay? This body will be re-executed until the do after body returns skip body. Okay? As long as do after body returns eval body again, this body will be re-executed. Okay? Understood? So, what I am returning from do after body? It's eval body again. Okay? So, if I execute this, let me execute this. This is body. Okay? Now, let me execute it. Now, this is the starting tag, this is the ending tag, and this is the body. Okay? And let me see whether any attributes are. So, ID is required, ID exists. So, this is the body, this is the starting tag, and this is the ending tag. Okay? So let me execute this. Before custom tag, and sorry, it's a problem. The do start tag is written in skip body. There is no use to write do after body if the do start tag is written in skip body. Just because if you are telling to the do start tag to skip the body will be skipped. So the body will not be executed even once. So if you want to execute the body of the tag, the do start tag should return. What is the return value for do start tag if you want to execute the body? Eval body? What here? You not able to remember even one day's class? If you want to execute the body, the do start tag method should return eval body include. If do start tag returns eval body include, then only the body of the tag will be executed. Okay? If it is skip body, then the body will not be executed. Okay? So let me re-execute the application. So if you see here, how many times this is the body is executed? Is it terminated? No. Just because again and again we are returning eval body again. That means will it go to infinite or will it have any termination here? Infinite. Just because first the control will come to do start tag. Okay? And it will come to do after body. Eval body again is returned. Again the body is executed, again do after body. Body is executed, do after body. Body is executed, do after body. So it doesn't have any termination. So eval body again should not be returned without any condition. 5 times, 10 times, 15 times. Like that, only on condition basis, only for a specific number of times we should execute the body repetitively. Let's consider like the count is 10, so that the body should be executed only 10 times. So that condition should be there. Without the condition, if you write, if you return eval body again means it will go for an infinite loop. Understood why? Understood? So it is going to infinite loop. If you see the console, if you see the browser, it's going to infinite loop. Okay? Okay? So let me close this. So let me execute this for a specific number of times. How many times I should execute means it depends upon the value that we give. Okay? So let me take it as attribute. Let me take it as attribute count. Okay? Count represents the number of times the body should be executed. Okay? Let me generate setters and getters. For count. Okay? So setters and getters are generated for count. let me put system even for count. Sorry, set count. So this tag should be iterated only for the body of this tag should be iterated only for, or this the body of this tag should be looped only for this many number of times. Okay. Now I'll take that from as input from the tag itself. Okay. Now I have defined a new attribute count that should be registered in TLD file. So let me create a new attribute. Okay. Name is count. Type is Java language integer. Required is true. RT expire value is true. Okay. So I have different attribute with the name count, and count represents the number of times it should be iterated. Okay. So and there is attribute count. Let me give the count value as 5. So this tag should be, the body of this tag should be iterated only 5 times. Okay. Now let me write that logic here. Let me write the logic in do after body, so that this tag should be iterated only 5 times. Okay. So what I'll do is if count is greater than 1, okay, decrement the count and return eval body. Okay, and else understood what I have done? See, let's consider like first the count is 5. So whether it will come to if or whether it will come here to the return statement. First the count is 5. Okay, so whether it come to if or whether it comes to return statement inside if. Okay, so it will decrement the count where the count will become 4 and it will return eval body again. And in the next if it is eval body again the body will be executed, again do after body will be executed. Again the count is greater than 1, again it will come here, again and again. So that 5 times it will be executed. Understood? So let me put some system.out.println do after body. Okay? Understood? Again and again the body will be executed, do after body. Body will be executed, again do after body. Body will be printed in the browser, again do after body will be executed for 5 times. Okay? Let's consider like after 5 times the count is 1. Now will it come to if? If count is 1, it will not come to if. So it will come to the next statement and it will return skip body. Understand? So now let me try to execute this. Hi, this is body, hi, this is body, hi, this is body, hi, this is body, hi, this is body. So it has been executed 5 times. Understood how it is? Okay, this is how, okay, in general the iteration tag will be executed. The body content will be the body content or the content of the tag, okay, the body content of the tag can be iteratively, okay, or can be executed in a loop manner, okay, by making use of iteration tag. Understood? If you see here, do after body is executed 5 times. Do after body once, twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times. Okay, so do after body is executed 5 times, and even the browser also, the body is printed 5 times. Understood? How we can execute a body of a tag iteratively? Okay, what we need to do is implement with iteration tag. Implement the tag handler with iteration tag. Okay, and just override do after body method and return eval body again for the number of times. Okay, if you want to execute the body for 5 times, return eval body again. For the 6th time, return skip body. Return skip body whenever the body execution is supposed to be terminated. Understand? This is how. Then do after body and eval body again. These two are specific to iteration tag. These two, this do after body method and eval body again attribute. These two doesn't exist in tag interface. These two are specific to iteration tag. Understood? Okay, this is how we can execute the body of a tag in a looping manner, in an iterative way. Okay, we can execute the body of the tag multiple times. Understood? Okay, now the next thing is, once we have discussed how to execute the body multiple times, the next thing is how we can have the control over the body. Let's consider like the body contains something like this. See here, we should display some content like this. But if you go for some websites, okay, they will not display the whole content. They will display some content and they will display dot dot. Did you observe some websites like this? They will not display the whole content here. They will display some content to some extent and they will display dot dot dot. Okay, but let's consider like this is string str equal to something like this, okay, and we are using str here. Then do we have control over str? No, str can contain anything. It can contain 10 characters, 20 characters or 30 characters or even 200 characters. But we should write the logic in our tag handler so that it should allow only 10 characters. Okay, if the content is more than 10 characters, then first 10 characters should be displayed and the remaining 10 characters, okay, the remaining characters should not be displayed. For the remaining characters, we should display dots. Understood my requirement? If it is 10 characters or less than 10 characters, we should display everything. If the content contains more than 10 characters, then we should display something, the first 10 characters and then dot dot dot. Understood? But we don't know what is the content. We don't know what is the content. The content might contain 10 characters or 20 characters, 100 or 2000 characters. We don't know the size of the content. Then how we can control the content of the body? Okay, how we can control the content that is displayed in the body? Understood my requirement? So to control the content that is displayed in the body, we have another interface, another tag handler interface, that is a body tag. Okay, you want to control the content of the body of a tag, or if you want to control the content of the body of a custom tag, okay, if you want to control the content of the body of a custom tag, we use interface body tag, which extends to iteration which extends to iteration tag. Question? So, if you want to have a control over the body content of a tag, or if you want to have the control over the content of the body of a custom tag, then the tag handler should implement body tag. The body tag is a sub-interface to iteration tag. Okay? Now, this body tag has two methods. Do we need body? Set body content. These two are specific to body tag. Do we need body? Set body content. Okay, so now along with these two methods there is the attribute eval body buffer, eval body buffer. Okay. Okay. So now body tag is used to control the content of the body of custom tag. Now if you want to have the control, okay, if you want to have the control over the content of the body of custom tag, okay, then do start tag should return eval body buffer. If do start tag returns eval body buffer, and first thing we need to do is, if you want to have the control of over the custom tag, or if you want to have the control of the content of the body inside the custom tag, okay, then we need to implement with body tag. First we need to implement with body tag interface. So body tag interface has two unimplemented methods. Do we need body? Set body content. Okay. Now let me execute those two methods. Do we need body, which is the body method, throws the JSP exception, okay, and the next method is set body content. The set body content method will take one argument that is of type set body content, will be same like a set page context. Okay. What set page context will do? Set page context will make the page context of the JSP to be available in the tag handler class. In the same way, set body content will make the body content of the JSP to be available in the tag handler class. By default, the content of the body of a custom tag will not be available in the tag handler. Content of the body will be available in the tag handler only if the tag handler implements with body tag. And that how the body content of the body of a tag will be available means through the body content object. Understood? How the content of body will be available in the tag handler means through body content object. Okay? So now let me execute some system.out here. Understand? So let me execute this body only once. If I want to execute the body only once, if I directly return skip body, the body will be executed only once. Understood? The body will be executed only once if I return skip body. Okay? Now, let me see. If I return eval body buffer and if I return if I return do after body with skip body, let us see what happens. Okay. Now what is the change that I have done is earlier do start tag was returning eval body include. Now I am returning eval body buffer. Now let us see what's the change. Now is the body executed? Is the body executed? Is the body executed? Is the body of a tag executed or not? No, the body of the tag is not executed. If you see, is do after body executed? Is do after body method executed? Set pairs context, set parent, set ID, set count, do start tag, set body content, do in body, do end tag. All these are executed. But is the body content executed? No. Is do after body method executed? No. Understood? Do after body method is also not executed. Okay. So now we told that we can have the control of the body of the custom tag if we make use of body tag interface. But we told that we have the control, but the whole body is not executed. Now what I'll do is I'll return eval body include from do start tag. Let's see what is the difference. Okay, earlier I have returned eval body buffer. Now I am returning eval body include from do start tag. Okay. Now if I return eval body include from do start tag, let us see. Now is the body content executed? The body content is executed, and where is my do after body? Let me write some system.out do after body. Okay. Now let me execute the application. So the body content is executed once. Okay. Now if you see here, is do after body executed? Yes. Just because the do start tag is returning eval body include. Now in this case, even though if we override do init body and set body content, are these two methods executed? Is set body content method is set body content method executed? Is the method set body content executed? Just see here. Set page context, set parent, set ID, set count, do start tag, do after body, do end tag. Are these two methods executed? Set body content and do init body? No. These two methods are not executed. These two methods are executed only when do start tag returns eval body buffer. These two methods, do init body and set body content, these two methods are executed only when do start tag returns eval body buffer. If do start tag returns eval body include, okay, the body content will be included, but these two methods, do init body and set body content, will not be executed. So, if I return eval body buffer and execute the application, see, is the body content printed in the console? Sorry, is the body content printed in the browser? No, the body content is not printed in the browser. If you see here, where are my methods? Are these two methods executed? Set body content and do init body? Yes. These two methods are executed, but the body content is not included in the browser. Understood the difference between returning eval body buffer and eval body include? Okay, if eval body is include is returned from the do start tag, okay, the content of the body will be available in the browser by default. Okay, so the content of the body will not be in the control of tag handler. If do start tag returns eval body include, if do start tag returns eval body include, then the content of body of the custom tag will not be in the control of the tag handler. Understood? So it will be executed by default. Understood? So the content of the body will not be in the control of the tag handler. It will be executed by default if do start tag returns eval body include. Okay? So if we execute this, now the content of the body, okay, of the custom tag is not in the control of tag handler. Okay? So now if we return eval body buffered from the do start tag, if we return eval body buffered from the do start tag, we are specifying that the content or the control over the body content is delegated to the tag handler. Now the content of the body of the custom tag is under the control of tag handler. If we return eval body buffered from the do start tag, if eval body buffered is returned from do start tag, then we are specifying to the web server that control on the content of the body of this custom tag is there with the tag handler. Okay? Now the control over the body is with the tag handler. The body, if the tag handler wants to print, it can print. If the tag handler don't want to print, we do not write any logic. Okay? So the body, the execution of body is now in the control of tag handler. Okay? So if you see here, in this case, let me stop the server. Let me try to execute this application. We try to execute this application. So now the body is not displayed in the browser. If you see here, set body content and do init body are executed. Okay? Understood? So now the control of the body is there with the tag handler. Now the control is there with the tag handler. Okay? How we can manipulate that content? Now the control is there with the tag handler. If the control is there with the tag handler, we can do anything for manipulation. Understood? So we can manipulate the body content. The body content is 2000 character. We can concise it to 10 characters and then display dot dot dot. Okay? How we can do that? Okay? Let us see. Now, if you want to do that, first, that logic, the control or the logic to print the content of the body should be written in do after body. Okay? Set body content will make the body content of the custom tag to be available with this tag handler. Understood? Set body content method will make the body of custom tag to be available with this tag handler. So let me take a local body content. Let me take a local body content. Why I am taking local body content means the input body content object will be available only to this method. But we need to make this body content object to be available in do after body. So I am assigning this to a local attribute. This dot body content. So the inputted body content will be assigned to attribute. So this attribute we can use here. Okay. So in this body content we have a method named getString. Let me print. Body of the tag is body content dot get string will return the content of the body of the tag. Okay. So the body content objects get string method will return the content of body of the tag. Understood? Understood? So the body content objects get string method will return the content of the body of the tag. Let me try to print that first. Now this is my body content. Okay. So now let me try to print. So is it printed? No, it's not printed. But if you see here, body of the tag is, this is the body of the tag. Now is this the body of the tag that we have given? Okay, the body of the tag is from here to here. The whole is the body of the tag. Okay, from the starting tag to ending tag, the whole content is the body content. So in the console it is printed like this. Okay, so it is the same almost. Okay, so this is the body of the tag. So we have the body of the tag inside do after body. Okay, once we have that body content, we can do anything. Okay, so let me write the logic so that if it contains 10 characters or less than 10 characters, the string length is 10 or less than 10. Okay, then we print the whole string. Otherwise, we'll strip the first 10 characters. After the first 10 characters, we'll put dot dot. Okay, I'll write the business logic. So what I'll do is, with tag handler, the content is retrieved through. Understood? Or is there any confusion for you? Is there any confusion for you? Is there any confusion for you? I'm asking you. Speak out. So, first we'll get into a local variable. Body content.getString will return the content of the body of that custom tag. Okay? First I'll trim that so that the leading and trailing white spaces will be removed. What trim of a string will do? Trim of a string will remove all the leading and trailing white spaces. So, since the content of the body is like this, so from here to here. So, first what I will do is, I will remove the leading and trailing white spaces. Okay? So, in order to remove leading and trailing white spaces, we execute trim method. Now, I will write the content logic like if content dot length is greater than 10. If the content is greater than 10, okay, then content equal to, okay, dot substring of, okay, the first character to 10th character. Plus some dots. Understood? Understood what I have done? So, let's select the content is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. This is the content. Then the first 10 characters are, these are the first 10 characters. So, this content of substring of 0, 10 will fetch you the first 10 characters. So, first 10 characters, this will be converted into first 10 characters plus this content. Understood? So, like this we do. If the content is the same, so let's select if the content is ABC 1, 2, 3. Then what happens? If the content is ABC 1, 2, 3, what happens? It will be the same. Only ABC 1, 2, 3 will be printed. So, if the content length is greater than 10, then only the content will be changed. If the content length is less than 10, the same content will remain. Understood? Understood? So, this if will be executed only if the content length is greater than 10. If the content length is 10, then it will not come to if loop, so this content will be printed. Understood? So, now let me print the content. Let me print the content in the system.out.println. Okay? Understood? So, now let me execute this. If you are not getting any logic that we have developed, just please raise your hand so that we can explain it once again. Otherwise, I will be an assumption that you are getting everything. So, the body of the content is 1, 2, 3, some dots. Okay, let me give you the content of the body is ABC 1, 2, 3. Okay, now let me, if I refresh the page, okay, if you see here, the content is ABC 1, 2, 3. There are no dots, just because the content length is less than 10. Understood? Now is that information printed in the browser? No. Just because if do start tag returns eval body buffered, the content that is printed in the browser will be in the control of tag handler. But from the tag handler, how we can print some information to the browser? Okay, from tag handler, if you want to print the information to the browser, okay, we should make use of the body content object. In the body content, there is a method with the name get enclosing writer. There is a method with the name get enclosing writer in body content object that will give you the reference of the body of the tag. Okay, that will give you the reference of the body of the tag. Okay, that is of type JSP writer. Get enclosing writer method of body content will return an object of type JSP writer. Okay, and this writer object of the body content will have the control of that body. So the whole body, this from here to here, okay, this content reference will be there with the body content. Okay, how we can write some content to the body of a custom tag means by making use of the enclosing writer of the body content. Understood? Understood? So by making use of the enclosing writer of the body content, we can write some content to the body of a custom tag. Understood? So if you want to write some content to the body of a custom tag, okay, from the tag handler, if you want to write some content to the body of a custom tag from the tag handler, okay, first we need to get the reference of body content. From the body content, we should execute get enclosing writer method. That will return an object of type JSP writer. Okay, and if you execute writer dot println I'll print the content. Okay, and this println method will raise IO exception. Let me handle that. Let me handle IO exception. The println method of the JSP writer will raise IO exception. So let me handle that IO exception using try catch. So I have handled the IO exception. So JSP writer.println method will raise the exception which is IO exception. So that this println method will raise the exception, IO exception. So that I have handled that. Okay. So if you want to print some content to the body of a custom tag from a tag handler class, in general we do that in the do after body. Okay. And in do after body, we first execute the method get enclosing writer, which will return the reference of JSP writer, which will return an object of type JSP writer. Okay, using the writer we execute println method to write some content to the body of that custom tag. Okay, now let me go for this content and let me execute after custom tag. And let me give a break here. So before custom tag, execute custom tag, give a break and print after custom tag. Understood? So now let me execute this application. Understood? What it is doing? It is printing the body of the content. Okay, the body content, or it is printing some content in the body of the custom tag on the browser. Understood? So this is how we can manipulate the body of a custom tag. Now if you give something like this, and refresh the browser. The first 10 characters, then dots. Understood? This is how we can manipulate the content of a body of a custom tag by making use of body tag interface and two methods, set body content and do init body. Okay, set body content will be used, okay, or set body content will make the body content object to be available to this tag handler. Okay, set body content will make the body content of that custom tag to be available for this tag handler class, and do init body will be like a init method. Okay, it will be like an init method of a servlet. What init method will do? Some initialization activities. So before manipulating the body, if you want to do some initialization activities, we will do that in do init body. Okay. If you want to perform some initialization activities to manipulate the body, okay, if you want to perform some initialization activities to manipulate the body, that initialization activities to manipulate the body will be written in do init body. Okay, understood? The initialization code that is required to manipulate the body of a custom tag will be written in do init body. Okay, the initialization code that is required to manipulate the content of the body will be written in do init body. The initialization code that is required to manipulate the content of a body will be written in do init body. Initialization code that is required to manipulate the content of the body of a custom tag will be written in do init body. And set body content, what it will do? It will make body content of the custom tag to be available inside the tag handler. Set body content method will make the body content of the custom tag to be available in the tag handler. And in general, the logic that is used to manipulate the body will be written in do after body. In general, the logic that is used to manipulate the content of the body will be written in do after body method. Understood? Understood? Now, just list out all the methods. Okay, I'll give you 3 minutes. List out all the methods that we have discussed in the custom tags, and list out all the attributes, final static constants that we have discussed in the custom tags, and write down their purposes. Okay, let's wait for 5 minutes. I'll wait for 5 minutes. First of all, list out all the attributes and all the methods and all the final static constants of a custom tag, and first on the left hand side write the method, on the right hand side write the purpose of the method. Like that, list out all the methods and all the final static constants of a custom tag. Okay, first list down all the methods that are there in the tag interface. Okay, one by one, and write down their purpose, so that it will be like index for you when you go for interviews. I'll give you 5 minutes. List out all the attributes and all the methods that are used in custom tags and why they are used. This so the method name, what it will do, why it will be useful. So the final static function, what it will do, and why it will be useful. Over. So the first method is set page context. Why it is used? To make the page context of the JSP page to be available in the tag handler. Second is set parent. Why it is used? To make the parent tag of the custom tag to be available in the tag handler. Okay? To make the parent tag handler to be available in the current tag handler. Get parent returns the parent tag handler object. Okay? Do start tag. If you want to execute some business logic at the starting tag, you go for do start tag. And do start tag can return eval body include skip body. What are the other possible values? What are the other possible values for do start tag? Eval body include skip body, eval body buffered. Even eval body buffered is possible in do start tag. The three possible values that can be returned from do start tag is eval body include, skip body, eval body buffered. Okay, and we should return eval body buffered from do start tag only if the tag handler implements body tag. Okay, and then do end tag. Why it is used? If you want to execute any business logic at the ending of the tag, then we return do end tag. Do end tag also can return three values: eval page, skip page, eval body again. Okay, eval page, skip page, eval body again. And even skip body also can be written. Even skip body can be written from do end tag. So that in iteration mechanism, we return either eval body again or skip body. Okay. Now the next method is set body content. Okay. The method is set body content. Okay. Why set body content is used? To set the or to make the body content of the custom tag available in the tag handler. Then the next method is, and the set body content is a void method. The next method is do init body. Do it body. Why it is used? In order to manipulate, while manipulating the content of the body. If you want to perform any initialization task, that initialization task will be written in the do it body. Okay? And then the next method is release. Okay? Why do we use release method? If you want to perform some shutdown activities, we use release method. And the attributes are eval body, skip body, eval page, skip page, eval body include, eval body buffer, and eval body again. Okay? These are the attributes that exist. And you know the purpose, why this is used. Okay? Eval body, skip body, eval page, skip page, eval body buffer, eval body again. Okay? These are the attributes that exist in custom tags. Understood? Okay? This is the hierarchy of custom tags. Now, once we have discussed how we can manipulate the content, okay? Now, let me try to print the parent that we have received. Let me go for the set parent. Okay. And let me print the parent. The set parent method. What is the value of this parent? Okay. Okay. Now, let me execute this. Set parent. Is there any parent? Or is parent value null? The parent value is null. Okay. Just because this is a tag, hello tag, which doesn't have any parent. Okay. Now let me develop a tag. Let me develop a tag. Let me develop a tag which is a child tag. Okay, this is a child tag. Okay, which implements with tag interface. Okay, which has all unimplemented methods. Set page context, set parent, get parent, start tag, tag, comparison web page, release. Okay, now let me try some command. Let me write some system.println. Inside parent. Let me pin the parent object. Okay. Let me pin the parent tag also. Okay. Get parent. Now if you want to get the parent, what you will do is if you want to make the parent tag available, let me make use of parent tag. So what I will do is this dot parent tag equal to parent tag. Understand what I have done? So if you want to get the reference of the parent tag in remaining methods, I'll take a local reference and I will assign it to that local reference. So now in get parent I will return the parent tag. Okay? Now parent start tag UN tag this I have implemented all the methods. Okay, inside parent I am printing the parent tag. What is the parent tag value? Okay, now I have developed a tag handler class. Let me develop a custom tag for this. So if you want to develop a custom tag, register the class in the tag the name of child. Name of the tag is child. Okay. Tag class is child tag, which is there in now let me develop a simple child tag. Okay. In child tag also we can give any number of attributes. Okay. Child tag also will be same like a parent tag. Okay. Any custom tag is the same, but that is a parent, this is a child. That's it. Any parent tag or any child tag will have the same. Now, can we have a child tag? Okay. Can we have a child tag with a parent tag body content is empty? Can we have children for a tag whose body content is empty? Is it possible to have children for a tag? Or is it possible to have a child tag? Okay, for a tag whose body content is empty? No. Just because if the body content is empty, there will not be any body. The child tag will be written in the body itself. So, child tag is not possible if body content is empty. Okay? Now, let me make use of this child tag inside the parent tag. Let me execute the parent hello tag and the child is child. Okay? Now let me execute this. Before custom tag, after custom tag. See, now the set parent of child tag, is the parent available? Yes, parent is available. Okay, so this is how the parent is set. How the parent is set in a child tag means set parent is executed. Where to the set parent? The parent tag information will be sent. Earlier, for hello tag, if you see here in the hello tag, the parent information is null. Just because there is no parent for hello tag. If there is parent, then the parent information will be sent to the set parent method. So, the parent object is sent to the child tag set parent method. Understood? Okay. Now the parent information is there. If the parent information is there, we can do any manipulation or we can do any activity. Okay? Understood? This is how we can develop parent-child relationship in custom tags. Okay? This is called a nested tag. Nested. Nested means parent-child and child and child like that. Okay? This is a nested tag. Nested means the parent-child relationship is a nested mechanism. That we call it as a nested mechanism. Okay? That we call it as the parent-child hierarchy. In any software terminology, the parent-child hierarchy is called as nested mechanism. Let's consider like we have a for loop. Okay? We have a for loop. Inside this for loop, we have another for loop. Then it is called as a nested for loop. This is the parent for loop and this is a child for loop. So that it is called as a nested for loop. Okay? The same way in custom tags also, this is the parent tag and this is the child tag. This is a nested mechanism. Understood? Okay, this is how we can make use of nested tags in case of custom tags. Okay. Now, what's the next thing? The next thing is attribute validation. Let's consider that. Hello tag, I have given ID as ABC. Now hello tag, I have given the ID as ABC. Okay, but what is the backend or what is the corresponding data type in the tag handler for ID in hello tag? ID in hello tag is integer. Now if I execute this, it is telling that unable to compile the class for JSP just because it is a number format exception. But the end user cannot understand this. What is number format exception? End user cannot understand what is number format exception. Okay? So, we need to validate the content, or if you want to validate the attribute or the content of a custom tag. Okay? We need to write some validators. Then, where we can write the validation logic related to custom tag. Okay? For that purpose, we have an entity where we call it as a tag extra info, TEI. In general, we represent it as a TEI, but the full form is tag extra info. This is a TI for hello tag. We call it as a TEI, tag extra info. We call it as a TEI class, tag extra info. Tag extra info. Okay. Why tag extra info is used means to perform some additional operations on a custom tag like validation and all. We use this tag extra info. See this tag extra info? I think it's a class. Tag extra info, it's a abstract class. Tag extra info is a abstract class. Tag extra info is a abstract class. Now, there is a method in tag extra info which is valid. Is valid. A method that is there, one of the methods that is there in tag extra info abstract class is valid. Okay, and tag extra info doesn't contain any abstract methods. There are abstract methods, then it will expect the class to be abstract. Tag extra info contains, all the methods of tag extra info are concrete methods. Doesn't contain even a single abstract method, but the class is abstract to restrict the object creation. Okay, and there is a method is valid in tag extra info. Okay, which is where we can perform the validation. Is valid method. In this is valid method, we perform the validations. The is valid method return type is boolean, true or false. If it is returning true, then the tag has valid content. If it returns false, means the tag doesn't have valid content. Okay? Is valid method returns true or false. If it returns true, then the tag contains valid content. If is valid method returns false, then the tag contains some invalid content. So let me return true. Let me return false. Okay. Let me return false. Directly let me return false. Okay. Is valid. Now I am returning false directly. I am not writing any business logic. Directly I am returning false. Okay. But we will write business logic based on some validation logic. We will return true or false. But now, for temporary purpose, I am directly returning false without writing any business logic or without writing any validation logic. Okay. Now, once we have a TIA class, how we can configure the TIA class for a tag? Okay. Means in the same TLD file itself, like a tag class, we have even a TIA class. Tag extra info class. Like a tag class, we can have even a TIA class, tag extra info class. Okay, develop a tag extra info class specific to a custom tag and register the TEI class. Register the TEI class inside TLD file, which is a child tag to tag. After tag class, register the TEI class. After the tag, register the TEI class. Okay? Understood? Now, let me write the system.out.println in this. Inside is valid. Okay? So, let me try to execute this. Yes, please. So, it is telling that there are some error messages from tag extra info that the validation is false. Okay, validation is false. Validation is false for hello tag. Okay, but it is not specifying why the validation is false. What is the reason for validation error? But it is telling that validation is false. And if you see here, now the validation is false. Is it going to the custom tag? Is it going to the tag handler? Is it going to the tag handler if validation is false? Let me clear this. Okay, there is no content in the browser. Sorry, there is no content in the console. Let me try to refresh this. Okay, and let me go here. So is the control transferred to tag handler if validation is false? Is the control transferred to tag handler if validation is false? Yes? Yes? Where? Where it is listed? Now, let me see the message. It's a hello tag. It's not a tag handler class. Is tag handler class listed here in the exception list? No. That means the control is not transferred to tag handler. The control will be transferred to tag handler only when isValid method returns true. That means only if the content of the tag is validated perfectly, then only the control will be transferred to the tag handler. Understood? The control will never be transferred to the tag handler until it is properly validated. Okay? If the tag extra info class isValid method returns false, If the TEI class is valid method returns false, then the control will not be transferred to tag handler. So let me return true. Let me return true. Okay. Then let me execute the application. Now the control is transferred to the tag handler class, and it is telling that there is some number format exception. Okay, and there is some number format exception. Just because now the control is transferred to tag handler class. If you see here, is valid is executed and number format exception is raised. Just because the control is transferred to the tag handler, but in the tag handler it is trying to set the values. In the tag handler it is trying to set the values, what we call set ID, but it is not able to set, just because it is expecting integer value, but the value that we are sending is not integer. But rather than going to the tag handler, why can't we filter it out in the beginning itself, so that we can send a proper error message? Okay, for that purpose we have tag extra info, where we can validate in the extra info itself rather than going to the tag handler. Okay, so now what I'll do is, it should accept only integers. Okay, now I'll write like this. Now how I can get the information related to the tag means the tag data. The tag data contains the whole information about the tag. Now to see the tag data, we have get attribute. Okay, the tag, the ID of the tag will be there, the attribute of the tag will be there, the class of the tag will be there. Like that, the whole information about the custom tag will be there with the tag data. Okay, so now let me get the attribute value. Integer per percent. We won't use get attribute method. In general, we use get attribute string, just because the attributes will be transferred from custom tags only in form of strings. Okay, so we use this method, get attribute in string. Okay, what is the name of the attribute? What is the name of the attribute? ID. Since attributes will be transferred from JSP pages only as strings, just we in the tag handler also we use get attribute string. Now integer dot percent, it will throw a number format exception if it is not a valid integer. So let me try this. Now, will the control come to cache block if it is a valid integer? Will the control come to cache block if it is a valid integer? Yes or no? No. The control will not come to the cache block if it is a valid integer. Now, will the control come here if it is a valid integer? Yes or no? Yes. After executing this, if it is a valid integer, the control will directly come to 16. Now, in the cache block, let me return. Understood? So, let's consider like if I have sent ABC. Now, if I send ABC, will it be written from the catch block or will it be written from the 16th statement? If I send ABC as a value to ID, will it be written from catch block? Sorry, will it be written from catch block or will it be written from 16th statement? Catch block. Just because if I send ABC as a content, to ID, now get attribute string of ID will be written ABC. Integer.percent of ABC will raise a number format exception. So it will come to the catch and will return false just because it is a invalid content. If it is a valid content, will it come to the catch? If it is valid content, will it come to the catch? No, it will not come to catch. So directly it will come. Understood? Understood? So let me rewrite this logic and let me re-execute this. Now I have given ABC as the content. So it is giving some error, that validation error message. Okay, validate false. Okay, and let me change the value to 100. Okay, and refresh. Now it is going to the tag handler. Understood? So when the validation is failed, or when isValid returns when isValid returns false, the control will not be transferred to tag handler. But again, even if we go for tag extra info, even if the validation is failed, what it is doing? It is telling that isValid is false, which might not be an appropriate message. Okay, if you want to give a specific message, then isValid method is not useful in that scenario. isValid will return true or false, whether it is valid or not. If validation is failed, if you want to send a specific message, then isValid is not an appropriate method. Then in that case, if validation fails, if you want to send a specific message, then we need to go for another method, which is validate. Which will send an array of validation messages. There might be 10 validations failed. Okay? There might be 10 attributes. So the 10 validation messages will be there. So it returns a array. Okay? Now let me override this. First, let me create a new array. Now I am validating only one property, that is ID. Okay? Now let me implement the same business logic. Try. Catch. No format exception. The control comes to catch. The first validation message error or validation error equal to new validation message. of the property name, ID and message. The value. So what I have done? I'm giving a message that what is the property, on which property validation is failed, and the message. The input value is not integer, and I'm printing the value. Okay, and let me return this. This is the so, return the message. So now I'm checking only for one validation. Like this, we can do even 10 or 15 or 100 validations also. We can send all the validation errors to the browser. Understood? Now I am sending, if we use is valid, we can do at maximum only one validation. But we can not do multiple validations simultaneously. But if it is validate method, we can do multiple validation and we can push all the validation errors to the browser. Understood? Just because it is an array. So now what I will do is, let me use the same, but now if both is valid and validate methods are overridden, the preference will go to validate method. Now is valid method will not be considered. Both is valid and valid method are overridden, then is valid method will not be considered, only valid method will be considered. Understood? So now let me run as run server, finish, restart the server. It is telling that for ID, the input value is not integer, the value that we have entered is ABC. Understood? So likewise we can send multiple validation messages. Okay. Now let me validate even count also. Count should not be greater than 10. Okay. The value of count should not be greater than 10. So now count. Okay. Now the count should not be greater than 10. So if count is greater than 10, then let me give the message array as 2. The size will be 2, just because we are performing 2 validations. So we don't know what is the existing length. Existing length might be 0 or 1. Understood why I have written like this? Let's consider like the first validation is failed. The existing array length will be 1. The first validation is passed. The existing array length will be 0. So I'll take the existing array length and I'll add 1. Understood? Or no, not length. The index should be length minus 1. So should give length. So let's consider like this validation is passed. Then what is the length of the array? What is the length of the array? 0. Then what will be the index? Minus 1. So it should be the first element. So the length will be 0 and the index will be, the length will be 1 now and the index will be 0. Okay, so like this will be. Now it is count the input value should be less than 10. Now let me give this. Let me give 10 here. Okay, let me execute this. Okay. Sorry, the length already we have defined it as 2. Let me execute this. What we'll do is first we'll give the index and then the index will be incremented and then so for the first time index will be 0 and after assigning, since it is a post incrementation, after assigning then the value will be incremented. So after assigning the value will be 1, then after assigning the value will be 2. Understood? It will be like that. So I think you have the basics of C, how the pre-implementation and post-implementation works. So, validation error message is like input value is not integer for ABC as well as input value should be less than 50. Understand? So, like this we can send multiple error messages using a validate method of tag extend. Understand? Now, this will complete your custom tags. Okay? And in the next session, we'll discuss JSP standard tag library, JSTL. Okay? As we develop some custom tags, okay? Some custom tags are already developed by Apache people and they have exposed that custom tags developed by them as JSTL, JSP standard tag library. JSP standard tag library, it is a custom tag developed by Apache people. Okay, we make use of custom tags developed by Apache people as same as the custom tags that we develop. Okay, but JSTL will be frequently used in real-time applications. We'll see how and why we use JSTL. Okay, in the next session. Next session will be the same, 8:30 to 10:30. Okay, 10:30, 10:45. We'll complete JSTL. Okay. If we have time, we'll switch over to JavaScript. Okay. But probably JSTL will take the complete class. Okay. So first we'll discuss JSTL. Okay.